Evolution is one of the important topic in biology. We know that today what all plants, animals, organisms we see, they were not as same many years back. They got evolved. All the living organism on the surface of this earth got evolved slowly. So evolution is a gradual process. It's a gradual process. We say that monkey to man. Monkeys underwent different phases. They evolved into today's human being. And it's true for all the living organisms present on the surface of earth. And that concept is evolution. So when we speak of origin of species, how exactly the first species occurred on this earth, there are some theories. There are some theories behind this. And one of the theories is theory of abiogenesis. Theory of abiogenesis. What is abiogenesis? According to this theory, living organisms originated from non-living things. Living beings originated from non-living things. This is the concept of abiogenesis. To give one or two examples, say during summer, we don't find any frogs. Generally, we don't find earthworm. But as soon as the monsoon starts, as soon as the rainfall occurs, we can see earthworm or frog in the soil. So at that time, they believed that this soil, they convert into earthworm, or earthworm, which is living being, originate from the soil. This is theory of abiogenesis. Even the greatest Aristotle, who is considered as father of biology, believed this concept. But later on, many of the scientists, especially three scientists, they were Redi, Pasteur, and Spallanzani. These three disproved this theory of abiogenesis, and they proved, or they put forward the new theory called as theory of biogenesis. Theory of biogenesis. What is that theory of biogenesis? According to them, living organisms come from living organism only. Living organisms never come from non-living thing. They come from living organisms. To disprove the previous theory, they conducted experiment, and the experiment was somewhat similar. So the general concept of that experiment was like this. Two jars were taken. In one jar, flesh was taken. Actually, in both the jar, flesh were taken. Mouth of one of the jar is covered with polythene bag, and both of them kept as it is for a few days. The jar whose mouth was not covered, in that jar, in that flesh, they have seen, or they had seen, the worms. The worms. And the other jar, which was covered with polythene, they have not seen. By this, they come to conclusion that the jar where the polythene bag was not there, it was mouth was open. Okay, the spores, it came through air and it fell on those flesh and it got turned into worms. Whereas in the other, there was no scope for the entry of anything into the jar and no worms were found. The flesh piece, which was non-living, okay, now you cannot say that the non-living thing converted into living being. And hence the theory of biogenesis came into force. There is a living organism come from living organism only. But in this theory, one thing was not clear. How the first living organism came into existence? That couldn't be explained by this theory. Then came the next theory, theory of chemical evolution. Theory of chemical evolution. A scientist called as Oparin. Oparin proposed this theory along with some other scientists, and according to this theory, according to chemical theory of evolution, the first living organisms are the results of combination of some chemicals. Results of combination of some chemicals. They combine together to form the first cell, maybe amoeba-like structure, and that is called as chemical theory of evolution. Later, Miller, Stanley Miller actually his name, Miller proved chemical theory of evolution in his unique experiment. What he did, he took the glass jacket and he considered the previous prebiotic atmosphere of the earth, the reduced atmosphere where oxygen was not there. He just filled it with those gases, and at one chamber the water was made to boil, the water got evaporated and it was condensed, same like the rainfall. Electric arc was struck to exhibit the property of lightning. So same atmosphere is recreated in his jacket or in that controlled tube vessel. And after few days, it has been observed the presence of some of the organic molecule like amino acid, and that proved that in the beginning itself, in the beginning also, all these chemicals combine together to form organic molecule and organic molecule into living being. And till today, we believe the concept of chemical theory of evolution. So these three theories we should keep in mind. First one, theory of abiogenesis, theory of biogenesis, and theory of chemical evolution.